Part 2. My HOA president said I couldn't park in my own driveway, so I gave her exactly what she asked for. After I started parking my Jeep inside my garage, with the door wide open and every ugly storage bin visible, it didn't take long for the neighborhood to take notice, and I wasn't alone anymore. Once Dan, who owns that old vintage Ford pickup, got the same warning letter from Susan, he jumped on board. His garage looked like a mechanic's workshop exploded inside it. Oil-stained rags, rusty tools, spare tires stacked to the ceiling. He left that garage open day and night with the truck awkwardly squeezed in sideways. Then the Johnsons joined us. They had a teenager with a drum kit set up in their garage, which became part of the aesthetic every time they opened it to park their second car. By the end of the week, we had 5 homes in a row showcasing open garages filled with mess, chaos, and a whole lot of sarcasm. It looked like a sitcom set designed by a bitter Home Depot employee. And here's the kicker. None of us were in violation. We were following the rules to the letter. Our vehicles were parked within the garage enclosure, just like Susan demanded. But she couldn't handle the optics. She sent out a formal HOA email begging residents to consider keeping garage doors closed to preserve property value and community charm. No threat, no fine, because she knew she had no legal ground. I replied to the email, CCing everyone. As long as our vehicles are parked according to Bylaw 7.3a, we are in full compliance. I would be happy to support an amendment to require doors be closed if the board and community vote to approve it. The response? Over a dozen neighbors chimed in basically saying, yeah, no thanks. But the real hammer dropped at the next quarterly HOA meeting. The board opened the floor to complaints and comments. I stayed quiet at first, but Susan couldn't help herself. She started ranting about how a few individuals were deliberately exploiting loopholes to make the neighborhood look like a used car lot in rural Kentucky. That was her actual quote. It didn't go over well. People stood up, a lot of them. Dan, the Johnsons, even Mrs. Patel, who rarely even comes to meetings. They called out Susan's selective enforcement, her passive-aggressive notes, and the absurd focus on garage harmony while ignoring actual concerns like speeding, landscaping violations, and the community pool still being closed for months. One neighbor even brought a projector and showed side-by-side screenshots of garages before and after Susan's new enforcement, followed by screenshots of the bylaws she kept quoting. It was brutal. By the end of the meeting, someone motioned for a vote of no confidence in Susan's leadership. Turns out the bylaws allowed for a special re-election if at least 30% of the residents signed a petition. We had 41%. 2 weeks later, a vote was held. Susan lost, by a landslide. The new HOA president? Dan. Yep, the guy with the oil-stained garage and a love for vintage cars. One of his first actions? Proposing a change to the bylaw language so it simply reads, homeowners are encouraged but not required to garage personal vehicles. The motion passed 18-3. Now I park wherever I want, in the garage, in the driveway, even on the side pad I use when I wash the Jeep. My garage door stays blissfully closed unless I'm doing a project. As for Susan, she's still in the neighborhood, but much, much quieter these days. And if I ever see her measuring someone's grass again, I swear I'll install a pink flamingo army on my lawn just to see her head explode.